But that day I went when my brother dragged me out was the day that I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. The DJ was playing like Steve Angelo, Axwell, like
Okay.
back in 2000s
Right.
when they were like
Right.
crazy records were coming out.
Right.
And that was the day I was like, what is all this? And I just fell in love with it ever since. The day I showed up, I literally flew in, went straight to the studio, and he's like, come here, check this out. And he had the kick, and he just had like he's like, hit me with those laser beams.
It's Powertools, and we got Harvard Bass in the house. How are you doing, brother?
What's up? I'm good. Doing great.
Oh, man, it's so good to have you here. I mean, you've had releases on Insomniac, Relief, Snatch, Re-Kids, Turbo, major collabs with Green Velvet, Oliver Dollar, Bart Beemore. You've played at all kinds of events around the world, EDC, Beyond Wonderland. Man, let's talk about how you found your passion for dance music. Like, what sparked that moment for you? Was it a song you heard, a DJ set? What was that moment where you went, man, I want to do this with my life?
That moment was when I was in Tijuana. So I'm from San Diego.
Right.
And if you know, San Diego and Tijuana are like 10 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
And I was underage. I was 16. My brother would drag me to the parties in Tijuana all the time because it's 18 and up to party there. And that's what I was doing. I would go to the parties. And this one time, this club called Tangaloo, it's like no longer there. But that day I went when my brother dragged me out was the day that I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. The DJ was playing like Steve Angelo, Axwell, like back in 2000s when they were like crazy records were coming out.
Right.
And that was the day I was like, what is all this? And I just fell in love with it ever since.
And you grew up, you cut your teeth in San Diego, right?
Yeah. San Diego.
Okay. Nice. So after that, you were like, is this vinyl days or is this CDJ days?
This was like on the cusp. Still vinyl. I was spending all my checks on vinyl all the time, like every week.
Right.
I mean, I was only 15, 16.
Right.
But I was spending it all. Vinyl, everything.
Awesome. So then you're developing, like, you're hearing this sound that you're hearing, and you're still going to the clubs at the same time in TJ, right?
Yeah. I was still going out to the clubs after that club moment that I had, I started discovering a bunch of artists. I started getting really into it, and then I started listening to like Mark Farina and Derek Carter.
Ooh, okay. Start going deep.
OM Records was like huge in California because the internet wasn't really a big thing back then.
Right.
So we only knew whatever was around where we were at.
That's a good point. And you're picking up some of the mix CDs from them?
Yep, all of them. San Francisco Sessions Volume 1, Mark Farina is my ultimate one. Like, I can hear it every day, any day, and not get tired of it. It's my favorite. That's also one CD that I was blown away by.
That's amazing. So at that point in time, as you're coming up, you're listening to the Mark Farinas and stuff like that. Are you going out to try to see those DJs?
Oh, yeah, I was. And the thing is, in San Diego, there was a scene, but it was 21 and up, so I couldn't go. 100%. I was still young.
Right.
So whenever Mark Farina would go to Tijuana, which he would perform, I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm going. And
I didn't know Mark Farina was playing there.
Yeah, he would play out there.
That's crazy. That is awesome. So then, how did you get the bug to start producing? When did that come along?
Producing came along when I met a friend of mine named Tony. He was a promoter from Tijuana, and he would throw parties in San Diego, and he would sneak me into those clubs, and I would DJ those clubs. And then he would tell me, hey, I see how much you love this music. He's all, but you have to make music if you really want to start like touring or, getting your name out there because DJing's cool.
Right.
But you have to produce.
Right.
That's what he told me. And since then, I bought a book. I bought this book that I had to buy for like Logic, how to learn Logic. And
you're the first person I've ever had. Talk to us about this book. I've never heard of this.
Oh, I forget the name. I forget the name of the book. But that book was huge. I read it in like 2 days, and I learned how to start making music because YouTube still wasn't a thing. I mean, there were still some YouTube tutorials, but it wasn't as big as it is now.
So you read a whole book on Logic and started producing.
Yeah, from scratch. Like I literally opened it up. I'm like, what is this program? I don't know. Remember when it had the dongle?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's
100%.
when I was like using that and reading the book.
That's crazy. So like you've had releases with Green Velvet on Relief Records. I mean, that collab with Laser Beams. I mean, you know, Green Velvet is somebody that stayed true to the underground. I think you've stayed true to the underground. Talk to us about that kind of working relationship that you guys have.
That relationship, we had it a bit back, maybe about, what was it? Man, it's already been like 13 years ago.
Right.
When we first met, he flew me out to Chicago. We just became really close friends there and made records, a bunch of records. And with that one came Laser Beams.
Right.
And
so he flew you out. Let's do some sessions.
Yeah, he flew me out, which was crazy. Dope. I was tripping out myself. I was like, oh my gosh, he's flying me out for 5 days. We're only making music. And we made 2 EPs. He flew me out once, and then like 3 weeks later, he flew me out again.
Right.
And then 3 weeks later, he flew me out again. And the third time was Laser Beams when it came out. But we did some other records too.
Is crazy. And what did you take away from those sessions?
I learned everything. He told me a lot of stuff that I didn't know about. Like I asked him a lot of questions about his label.
Right.
And because I'm obsessed with like Relief records.
Right.
You know? One of the records being Ugo Moya Move is one of my all-time favorite records. So I was like, just picking his brain with anything, everything, learning how he would mix music, how he would make it. Right. And it was very similar to how I make music. And it was more so like, it's more fun.
Right.
I had a lot of fun creating with him.
Right.
We haven't worked recently, but I'm thinking it's going to happen again soon.
Right.
He gets busy. He's a busy man. He's all over the place.
That's dope. Now, I want to talk to you about the state of techno music and the term techno, because at one point in time, like your sound was like a techno hybrid. Now, techno, from what we called techno even 10 years ago, has become this whole other thing. How do you see the term techno right now?
Techno's being like used like if it was like EDM. It's
right.
Weird. It's pretty crazy. A lot of it. Everyone labels techno now like EDM.
Right.
But it's so different. Everything's different. You got subgenres. You got, house, techno, tech house.
Right.
You got the EDM, which is more like the commercial stuff.
Right.
And, you got like the hard techno, the bass, all that stuff. And I think, it's how every genre is. Everyone always starts figuring it out like, oh, this is rock music. And then they kind of just trickle down and start figuring out and start learning. All the kids start learning more about, oh wow, there's like a minimal out there. Oh wow, there's this, there's that. I think it's cool. I mean, it's different times.
Right.
Times are crazy now. Like it's just like you have to be on top of whatever's going on. And like if they call it techno, I guess just call it techno. I don't really care. Just keep doing stuff you love. That's the most important part.
Right. Now let's talk about your most recent single, Head to Toe, on Snatch. Now that tune is a vibe. Talk to us about the inspiration, because that tune, like, it's like so raw. Like it felt like, we rinsed it on Powertools. It almost sounds like something that was made 20 years ago, which is great.
Yeah, that record, I just wanted to make something fun because it was at the time when a lot of the tech house was booming, like a lot of like the samples and all those edits and all that stuff. And I was like, it's cool, but I think I can do something fun with all this stuff that's happening where you can still sample something but still make it unique. And I think every time I release records, that's what I want to do. I want to make something that people can listen to and say, oh, wow, I can do this. And I don't have to just follow a trend. You know what I mean?
Right. I just want to go back to Laser Beams real quickly. Were you in the studio when he was creating the lyrics and the vocals?
Yeah. When the day I showed up, I literally flew in, went straight to the studio, and he's like, come here, check this out. And he had the kick, and he just had like he's like, hit me with those laser beams, and that's all he was doing, right? That's all he had, and then he had already the and I was like, okay, cool, this is cool. And then he's like, what do you think? Is it cool? I was like, at first, I was like, yeah, it's all right, it's pretty cool. But then in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm talking to Green Velvet. Like,
right.
he knows what he's talking about, right?
Right.
And I was just like, all right, cool, power it in. Let's put some stuff in there. Let's just mess around and see what we get. And then from there, I told him, like, okay, after when the hit me with those laser beams comes in, I'm like, we need lasers. We got to have that sound.
Right.
And he started laughing, and yeah, we made it happen. I found that laser sound and that little weird wonky sound. And but the idea was already there.
Nice.
He just wasn't sure, like, how to,
execute it.
I'm sure he knew how to, but I think he wanted my 2 cents on it.
Right.
And then we just started collaborating right there and then. And if we did it, and after that, I was kind of tripping out. I wasn't really that happy with it. Mm-hmm. Not because it wasn't a bad record. He was just like, he was so ecstatic. He was like, this is it. This is a huge record.
Right.
And I was like, whatever, bro. He even popped out champagne, like, at his house at the end. He's like, we're celebrating tonight. This is a hit record.
When did you realize it was a hit?
Like 1 month, 2 months in. 2 months in.
Right.
2 months in, I was like, all right. I knew it was a good record, but I didn't think it was going to be like, oh, man. And then, because I started seeing everybody, like, not only one style of genre, like, you had, like, the minimal guys playing it.
Right.
You had, like, the EDM guys playing it, you know? You had, like, all the big acts playing it.
Right.
And all the biggest clubs, whether it be Live or it be, I don't know, Hard Pop, you know, and Juarez. And it was just like, whoa, this is getting crazy.
Wow.
And till this day, it just still amazes me that I'm just hearing it all the time. And I'm just like, whoa, this is awesome.
That's awesome.
I think it's 15 years now.
That's crazy. Let's talk about your single "Oscillate," another tune that we recently rinsed on Powertools, a collab with Shaden on Insomniac. How did that collab come about?
Shaden and I knew each other from Dubfire. When I lived in Barcelona, we became close friends, and I always knew Shaden, but I knew he was from California, but I never got a chance to talk to him until I was out in Barcelona. Then we met each other there, hit it off because he's from California. Californians kind of understand each other right away.
100%.
And then from there, I just told him, hey, we should make some music. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And we did a few different records prior to Oscillate, which are on Turbo Records.
Got it.
And those are really fun records. I don't know if you haven't checked them out.
Right.
You should check them out. But
what were you doing in Barcelona?
Touring. I was staying on Seth Troxler's couch. I was that first few months I was just there, just touring. And then I met Seth Troxler and he told me to stay in his couch in Ibiza. And I just went for it. I was like, all right, cool. I stayed in his couch for 3 months in Ibiza. Moved to Ibiza after Barcelona. Lived in Ibiza for 3 months and just met a bunch of people. He wanted me out there.
Soaked it in.
I was trying to pay him rent. He didn't want any rent money. He's like, dude, just whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. Then, you know, me being Mexican, I'm like, clean up the whole house and everything. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna contribute with money. I gotta contribute somehow.
100%.
Make sure the kitchen, like, he would come back, because this guy tours crazy. He tours during it was peak summer, so he was touring 5 days a week.
Right.
You know, like, it was insane. Right. So I was at home and then just like cleaning everything and then just going to the shows, meeting people. So it was a fun time.
And what did you take from that experience being in Ibiza?
I learned a lot. Like, I learned the professionalism in the art of being a DJ and production and touring. Right. Like, you have to take things serious. This is not like everyone sees the limelight and the fun times and everything. But it's a business. It's a business. 100%. It's a business at the end of the day. Yeah. And whether you like it or not, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to slam me for it. Like, oh, no, you got to, if you don't love him, man, it's a business.
No, you can love it, but you still have to, at the end of the day, approach it as a business, as a professional.
And and that's what I noticed over there in Ibiza, because everybody's on point over there. Like, you can't be slacking off. You got to be on your toes. And I learned how to manage my drinking and everything out there too, because, you know, you can have some fun, but you got to
100%.
You got to, control it.
Control it. Let's talk about Bump City. It's a record label. It's an underground party. Like, what inspired Bump City?
Bump City, inspiration was labels not wanting my music. You know, sometimes they would get no's. I would get no's, but I was really happy with the records.
Right.
And I'm like, man, what can I do? I want to release this record, but no one wants it.
Right.
I'm like, all right, cool. Just put my label on there, started at Bump City, and then just started releasing stuff. I did a few releases. Ghetto Blaster did one, and I have another one of Soul of Hex. They're based out of Tijuana. It's good DJs. They're gonna be releasing soon. But yeah, that was the reason I did it, because they weren't opening doors at one point, and I was like, man, I'm gonna open my own door. I already have this base. So
you also do parties under Bump City too.
Yeah. And then I started doing Bump City Warehouse after that.
That's what it was.
Same reason. I was just like, oh man, like no one's knows what's going on here. Like it was during COVID times where I was thinking, because it was getting tough. COVID was difficult.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people see, the big artists and during COVID and they're comfortable, taking TikTok videos in their big homes.
Right.
But not everyone has that kind of luxury as a 100%. DJ. So we got to figure out ways to keep it moving and still provide to the culture, to the people.
Right. Now, it seems like you're very involved in the scene that's happening in Mexico. Talk to us about the state of house music in Mexico, because it seems like it's becoming a thing right now.
Oh, it's big. It's always been big. I mean,
no. But I think it's becoming like, how you're starting to see artists. We're starting to see artists come out of Mexico.
Yes.
Like taking over the world. Talk to us about that.
I think there's like I said, there's always been artists out there and everything, and there right now is like, I think because of where the state in dance music is, where it's like very open right now.
Right.
Everyone has a shot. Everyone can come out of wherever they're coming from.
Right.
And Mexico just always had that talent.
Right.
And now you can see it, because now everyone's open to listening to other stuff. And, it's not like before where it was kind of like, very shut down and very
gatekeeperish.
Yeah, cliquish like that. And now I think everyone has the opportunity to become who they want to be, and everyone's taking advantage. And all the Mexican producers they're killing it. They're doing They're awesome. Yeah.
And you play out there. I see you play out there often in different cities. Is there a I guess, is there a different scene in different parts of Mexico, or is it all kind of like the U.S. where everybody's on one page or open to everything?
It's a different scene everywhere, and different cities got their own different clubs, and Guadalajara, Juarez, Mexico City, Tijuana, even Tulum's got like their own. Everyone's got like their own little. How would I say
vibe?
Their own vibe, yeah. Right. And it's. I love seeing it. Right. I fell in love with house music in Mexico. So like it's so great to see like all these clubs thriving, and some of the clubs are rated like top 10, in the world. So it's just really cool to see all that.
Where's there a club in Mexico that's rated top 10?
Bar Americas.
Okay.
Yeah, Bar Americas in Guadalajara. That one's crazy. Shout out Ramon. He's killing it out there. And then we also have a hard pop club. I think it's still up there, yeah.
Okay.
Where it's more like those clubs are more like the techno, tech house, more like serious stuff, but
more underground.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stripped down
for the heads.
No bottle service.
No, there's bottle service, but no sparklers. Right. You know,
no Vegas, no Vegas vibes.
Yeah, no Vegas vibes.
That's amazing, man. All right, so what else does Harvard Bass have cooking for the rest of 2025?
Right now, since the season's about over, I'm just getting some stuff ready for my label, Bump City, that I'm releasing personally, and then I have a release with Oliver Dollar coming out next year.
Okay.
Pretty much lining up next year right now. So we have also I did a collab with Lucati and Dateless.
Okay, I love Lucati.
Yeah.
Wait, they're brothers, right?
Brothers,
yeah. I found that out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And they're both super talented.
Yeah.
And we made a collab together maybe about 6 months ago, and it's really cool. So we're gonna do that as well. And man, just keep grinding, because that's all you can do.
Right.
Just keep it going.
Well, we appreciate having you on the show. I mean, just the way you just have stayed true to the underground. I really love that fact, because like you haven't chased trends. You've stayed like in that area, and I think that's super cool, and actually even more difficult than to chase trends.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, it is difficult. But what's great is that it's all coming back to you right now, because right now the vibe that you do is the vibe right now, which is dope. And I think that's cool, and it's awesome having you here on Powertools in the Sirius XM building.
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, Powertools is like also another reason why like I fell in love with house music and stuff.
Awesome.
I was listening to it. I would drive because I live by the border. I couldn't get Powertools. It was on the other station.
Oh, okay,
and I'd drive all the way, drive 45 minutes so I can just get radio signal.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I would bring out my tape and record it.
Nice.
Outside, my brother and I would do that.
Nice.
And then just drive all the way back here, and then just every week we'd get so stoked on you, like being on there, like, yes, this is the best.
It's been a great experience. I mean, being able to break records and showcase other DJs playing their records too, which is cool. And now that we have a home at Sirius, it's even like, you know, now we're, you know, kind of global, which is even fucking crazy right now.
It's awesome.
So, well, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Having you a long-time Powertools listener.
Yeah, long-time
and staying true to the fucking underground.
Richard Vission fan too. I even remember buying your CDs at the warehouse.
Oh,
like I would.
Now we're dating ourselves. See, the people in the room don't even know what a warehouse is.
Yeah,
and they're like, "What's a warehouse?" Yeah, what's a CD? I don't know what that is. All right, man. It's great having you on, and we're looking forward to new music, because right now you're crushing it, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Powertools.